Now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Believe it or not, Bubble Boy is in the studio with me today. First time in God knows how long. Bubble Wrong
mic, Greg. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, that's how long it's been. We can't remember which mic is working and which one isn't.
Exactly. But there you go. He is with us. CJ is going to join us here momentarily. He's running a little bit late. I don't know what his excuse is, but we'll find out soon enough, I guess, right?
Yeah, late for not being pregnant.
Yeah, for what? Excuse me? I don't
There he
know
is now.
Oh, wait, is he coming in as we speak?
Ta-da!
Is this possible? Look at him. Look, he walks in
man?
just in the nick of time. No, that's not the proper greeting. I don't believe that's how we greet each other as fellow dive buddies and things like that. But
I'm sorry. Sup.
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 Yeah, sup.
What's up?
Okay, no, that's not appropriate
What the hell
either.
is that?
Too much.
Yeah, it was just. But I'm glad you made it. Later is better.
I
than
wasn't
never.
as late as I thought I was going to be.
Right. What's your
But some
excuse?
ass parked in my spot.
Oh, how dare he! Was it Bubble Boy?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
Bubble
of course
Boy.
it was me.
Yeah. So
I-
you did that on purpose, Bubble Boy? Is that the
Yes,
deal?
I did.
And the point of that was just because you could?
Second place is first loser.
Is that how it goes?
I believe so.
If you're number two, well,
So what did I miss? Nothing, I'm guessing.
No, you never
no. We got a lot to talk about today. There's some.
No, we don't.
No, I'm serious.
We do? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We do. There was a big story this week over in Tampa, and I don't know if you saw that. You know, we've been talking a lot about finding Megalodon shark teeth.
Yeah, a little
recently.
too much, but okay.
Yeah, maybe a little, but it's just kind of been one of them things that has popped up on our radar, whether it's up in North Carolina or, in this case, Venice Beach. This guy was in Moccasin River. Well, it's near Venice Beach, but it's dark water diving for Megalodon shark teeth in the river there, I guess, as it filters out.
Some
to
river
the-
island.
No, it's not an island. It's a river that feeds into the ocean, I believe. Yeah, one of those.
Island.
But anyway, it's dark water or black water diving for shark teeth, Megalodon shark teeth, and this guy was doing this this past week, and a big ass gator got a hold of his noggin,
Wow.
clamped down on him, and he
will
lived to
be
tell the
missed.
tale.
He will be missed.
But it's pretty creepy when you watch the video of him. I mean, he came out okay.
He survived?
If you consider the fact that his noggin looks like the guy from Hellraiser.
This guy's name was it Steve Darwin?
No, that was a different thing,
Okay.
different time. But no, the gator clamped down on his head, the back of his head, and he must have like 50 to 100 stitches.
Ooh.
At
'Cause
least.
He looks
Sounds about right.
freaky. But it didn't get his face. It didn't, mess up his moneymaker. So,
He was a model?
well, I don't know. He just made a comment like, yeah, it didn't get me in the face. And then he kind of
But
turns his
you
head.
called it a moneymaker.
Well, he did. I mean, I think he's one of those YouTuber guys, kind of like Matt and the gang, Bryce and those guys. I think he does this type of stuff, you know. And but anyway, the gator
Would
chopped
you
down on
consider
his
your
head.
face your quote unquote moneymaker?
Duh. Like, you will make a ton of money if you do everything in your power to make sure my face is never seen by the general public.
You might want to go my route.
Which is
On my website, there's no pictures of me at all.
no pictures.
I don't want anybody to really. If we're friends, and you'll know. But if
What?
not, there's no need for me to put my face on there.
Okay, so face for radio type stuff is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, CJ and I and Bubble Boy, we bond under that, with that type of
I've
thing.
been banned from all social media, Greg.
Everybody thinks that
Well-
our common bond is diving, when in reality, it's we're just plain ugly, and we have that in common.
Whatever.
Okay. All right.
Anyway.
Let's move on
No
to the
one's
Scuba Radio
disagreeing.
Scuba Squad.
Yeah, that's the. Thanks, guys.
That was Barry.
Thanks.
Wait, Barry the
ass
bugger.
wipes.
The one person to chime in is Barry.
That's right.
And so he's like, yeah, I'm ugly too. Don't forget me.
No, I didn't.
No, that's what I heard.
No, I said no one's disagreeing with you.
You sons of bitches. I'll kill you all.
Okay.
Enjoy this third microphone.
I don't even know what. Oh, you mean have a Bubble Boy in the studio, you mean?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
CJ
feels like
now
old
the third
times.
microphone. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. I don't even. You have any idea what
As it
he's?
should be. I don't know. He's trying to put me down.
I think we
Third
need
microphone.
It makes
is
him
second
feel
loser.
better.
Jerry the Diver guy.
Barry,
maybe he
if
can translate.
Barry, if slamming me makes you feel better, then please.
Yeah.
There's no translation to this mess.
Okay.
Have at
Well,
it.
Jerry the Diver guy has spoken.
Anyway, so what are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Well, we're
This
going
guy
to
got bit by the alligator.
by the gator. Yeah. And by the way, we have Jerry the Diver guy, Camel DiMartini, Vinny Two Tanks. We got Mermaid Kristen. She's the one person who doesn't fall into that common bond that we all.
No, she's
follow.
actually a model.
Yes. She's a real model. She's a PADI certified mermaid instructor now, too.
The
How about that?
the alligator
wings.
victim, the bitee.
Yeah.
Now, I'm guessing he couldn't be reached for comment.
Well, he's talking. Yeah, he was. I saw the report.
Did you
on the
even
local
try to
news.
get him on the show?
Oh hell no!
Why?
Why?
You'd get. He's given up years ago.
What is he
folks.
going to say? You know, to change your mind.
If I had
about
to guess,
this.
he'd probably say something like,
Well, okay, this is what it was like. Well, the next best thing we have Matt, our buddy, blind Matt, who does this dark water diving up in the waters of North Carolina for these shark teeth. He's been inviting us to come up there and do this. And now that the story's happened, I'm not so sure I'm that enthusiastic. Matt, welcome to Scuba Radio once again. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. How's everyone?
We're pretty good, but I don't know. You got a little bit of a sales presentation to make for the crew. I think. I think this could have, tempered our enthusiasm for going for these Megalodon shark teeth. If we got to fight off gators to do so, I see you're there. That's Bryce with you, right?
Hey.
Yo, Bryce. Yeah, see, Bryce is the YouTuber guy. Yeah. Well, by the way, before I forget, I want to make sure people can find you on Facebook. And how do they do that, Bryce?
You just search up Outdoors Weekly on any social media. It'll be the first one.
Outdoors Weekly. There you go. And you find out Bryce. He's super enthusiastic. God bless him. And the thing is, when you guys have seen this video too, I assume, Matt, right? You've seen this.
Yeah. Actually, when we talked yesterday, trying to find one of my friends' friends. So I actually got to speak with him.
Oh, you did? Okay. And by the way, just so everyone knows, I called up Matt and I said, hey, did you see this? And he goes, Greg, you understand I'm blind. And I'm like, well, but, he kind of said, yeah, I'll
maybe
track it
ask him
down.
if he heard about it.
Yeah, but, yeah, Matt,
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but somebody's got to.
Well, yeah, to make it make some kind of coherent sense, right? So anyway, but you actually reached out to the guy. So did you already know him, Matt? Because at the time when I pointed it out, he wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, I didn't personally know the guy. I knew one of my good friends that lives down there is his friend's friend.
Yeah.
And come to find out, I reached out to him, and we were actually supposed to go down there and help them find the GoPro that the gator ripped off his mask.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
The camera was rolling, but we got a lot to talk about, but it's one of those incidents that they're not really saying too much about it, but it's the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right. Well,
Faces
obviously.
of death.
Yeah, it could be. Might end up on one of those videos if they can track it down. Yeah.
Could the GoPro have ended up in the gator's gullet?
I don't know.
It's a long story, but it fell off his face. It was on his mask, and the gator, when he chomped down, the kid snatched back, and when he did, the gator tossed out to the side. It's about in 10 foot of water, and
Okay.
It's still down there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. How big was the gator, he thinks? Does he have an idea?
Yeah, they actually removed it out of the area. I think it was around 10 foot or something like that.
Pretty
But
good gator.
the area that he was in, it was mating season for them, and it
Yeah.
wasn't. They said the kid got bit on drop down, so he dropped in the water. And it was just wrong place at the wrong time.
Right. Yeah. When gators
Making
mate.
love out of nothing at all.
That's right. Yeah, they are a little rough, I guess. I don't know if the gator was looking at him like, hey, I can get a piece of that. I don't think that's what the gator was thinking. I think it was
Yeah.
probably defending its territory, or I don't know. Maybe it was thinking it was kind of weasel in onto some female gator it is going after. Or maybe it was a mermaid. I don't know. We'll have to ask Kristen. Maybe she knows more about this gator attack story too. I don't know. Will it keep you out of the water as a diver? I don't know. Let's talk about it next on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Need an escape from reality for a while? Your favorite scuba action star, Mike Scott, is back in an all-new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys: Reefs Under Pressure. From the brilliant mind of author Eric Douglas comes the thriller that started it all. Listen as Mike unravels the death of a girl, the protest of new development, and the systemic destruction of coral reefs, all against the stunning backdrop of Grand Cayman Island. This one's got it all: submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface. When he was ready and completely relaxed, he wrapped his arms through the straps of the seat cushion and gently slid into the water.
Dive back into adventure with Cayman Cowboys. Also available, Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish. Download all 5 audiobooks now at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, or audible.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of ScubaRadio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures ScubaRadio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Scuba Radio. Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio. The world's first radio show devoted to diving. Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
These people sound like they're yodeling underwater.
I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ and Bubble Boy are in the studio with me. Bubble Boy, first time in God knows what, over a year, we figure?
Definitely over a year, before pre-COVID, I believe.
Yeah, so now we're all fully vaccinated and can, bond over things like, I don't know, the fact that we're ugly. And
what vaccine did you get, Greg?
Alcoholics.
The crazy one. Yeah.
Oh, Pfizer?
No.
That's what I got.
It turns you into a rat? Is that a rat or an otter?
No, it's just a...
CJ ought to know. Ought to know.
He's trying to demonstrate his mating techniques.
Okay. With gators?
No.
Is that a gator mating call?
CJ had the Moderna, so he's, it's more of a Tourette's, so he can't be blamed for anything he might say in it.
Okay.
Thank you. You're absolutely correct.
All right, that's one excuse that won't work, but
probably
we'll
not that.
Use regardless. All right, look, Mermaid Kristen is with us, and she's heard this story about the guy in Tampa that was going for shark teeth and got attacked by a alligator, 10-footer, they think. So, Kristen, I got to ask, is a mermaid and a... Well, I mean, you would like to go get these shark teeth if you could, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Does this change your attitude about going after Megalodon shark teeth? You wouldn't be afraid that an alligator might be nearby and want to mate and bite your noggin and chew it all up and ruin your mermaid career? That would be a bad thing, wouldn't it?
I mean, it would be a bad thing, but I'm not concerned about that.
It doesn't affect you at all.
I've seen and I know a few girls who've been like underwater with alligators behind them in their photos.
Yeah. I would imagine.
They don't seem to care about mermaids.
They don't care. Well, the thing is, if they can see you, if it's clear water is one thing, but this old dark water thing we're talking about, going after these Megalodon shark teeth and rivers and things where you can't see, your hand in front of your face practically, it's kind of a different environment. It's not very conducive to mermaid underwater photo shoots. So no. I would assume if the gators can see you, they would know, like, I don't want to eat her.
Chicken of the sea.
Well, don't tell them that. But Kristen is kind of, I don't know, she's adventurous. But that story isn't going to scare you. That's your point, right?
Well, I don't really do the dark, so I don't really have any intentions of diving Blackwater anyways.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, if you can't see Mermaid Kristen, what's the point of even having her go? Right? That's really why she exists.
Conversation.
Yeah. What about Captain DeMartini? Might have a point or observation. What is it, Walt?
Observation.
Okay.
Kristen survived 3 to 5 days here at the Gomez Hilton. She can go through just about anything.
Oh, good point. Good point. That's kind of like a quarantining or a hazing ceremony. A little bit of both, possibly. So, if she can survive that, she can survive alligators.
Did you guys bite her on the head? I don't see the correlation.
That's very possible at the Gomez Hilton. Anything could happen in the wee hours.
The drunken sailor reared his ugly head out of the canal and snapped at her, but he missed.
Yeah.
You had me at reared.
And after the drunken sailor gets a hold of you and takes a bite, you definitely are going to want to get a tetanus shot.
We should hear from him today.
You think?
It's been a while.
I don't know. It's possible. He's way worse than
If you're
any
listening,
alligator.
call in.
But gators' mouths are like full of bacteria. They're a big old mess.
I don't think it's the bacteria I'm worried about. It's all the teeth.
Well, there's that. There's that.
And all the jaw pressure.
Yeah. All right. Well, Kristen has to get off and go hang with some fellow mermaiding friends in her pod. You got a local pod that you have to, I don't know, look after. Is that what it is? Something?
Well, I'm going to make her a mermaid here soon. I'm about to certify her and her daughter to be mermaids.
Wait. You're going to make a mermaid soon. Is that what she said?
Yeah. She's going to certify him.
She's going to cut the legs off.
Oh, okay. That's right. She's a mermaid instructor. I thought we were going down some other kind of swimming
Greg,
there.
Where are you, man? Get your head in the game.
Oh,
Come on. We're doing a show.
Okay. I'll try to wake up. Well, Kristen,
have some tea or whatever it is you drink.
Yes. I need more caffeine.
Come on, Greg.
guess.
You know the thing.
We need more shark's teeth, Greg.
Come on, Greg.
Yeah, I guess that's it. That could be it. But Kristen, you got to take off, I assume.
Yeah, I'm just trying to spend some time with my friend. She just got home. I haven't seen her in 3 months.
Okay.
So.
Well, go turn her into a
I wanted to
mermaid.
get on the show and say hey to everyone just for a little bit because I haven't been on in so long.
Got it.
I've been so busy.
Well, we appreciate it. So go bite your friend. Transfer her into a mermaid. That's how it works, right?
No,
it's like
that's
vampires.
Vampires, Greg.
No, Greg.
I thought there was a little bit of no. There's none of that. Oh, okay.
Greg knows nothing.
I can't tell you how it happens. It's a secret.
There you go. You got to take her mermaid class.
It's a secret.
But I think it has something to do with some kind of a biting thing. There's a biting thing.
She just said there isn't.
She can't spill all her secrets. She's a mermaid. There's the whole secrets.
Secrets.
There is a kind of aura around her that she projects.
This one right here is good with the water.
Yeah. See, all scaly, smelly, and stuff. Okay. Well, anyway, we're moving on. I'm gonna go to Jerry the diver guy now and ask him. You've heard the story now about this kid in Tampa getting mauled by a gator.
Yeah.
Does it affect your enthusiasm to want to go get Megalodon shark teeth?
Actually, no, it does not. I'm going next weekend.
Where?
I'm going to Charleston.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Yep.
And
We're
why?
Go down with the blind guy.
Oh, okay. So so that's where you're doing your thing, Matt.
The blind guy's leading the blind guy.
Yeah.
Bubble Boy, start pulling all the Jerry audio for the tribute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will do.
Exactly.
So we have it ready.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because you guys do have gators up there too, Matt, where you do this, right?
Yeah, we went diving last week and saw one about 10.5 foot and one about 9.5 foot, but we pulled up 400 teeth in 2 days.
Okay, those weren't alligator teeth out of someone's head. Those were actually Megalodon shark teeth, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's actually more craziness to that story with the kid that got bit.
Yeah? What's crazy about it?
So his best friend went to go dive for the camera on his head the next day, and he comes upon this giant sperm whale skull and about 57 sperm whale teeth. Well, the guy starts to pull the teeth out of the skull, which was a big no-no. And, of course, due to the loving social media platforms, the paleontology department got a hold of it and seized the whole area. So now the kid probably won't get credit for the find, and we can't go down there and dive it no more.
Why was he trying to pull the teeth out of the thing? Just because he thought it'd be cool to have sperm whale teeth?
I don't really think he knew what it was until they went back and looked at the footage.
Yeah.
Because there were sometimes it's under their black water is different than ours. They got about 10-foot visibility, 10 to 5 feet. We have like 5 inches.
Okay, so that's more of like a poopy brown, I think is the technical way to describe it. But we'll double check that next right here. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Conventional underwater scooters can be heavy, unwieldy, and underpowered. At just over 8 pounds and with speeds of up to 7 miles per hour, the Scuba Jet Pro dive scooter is a game changer and fits in your dive bag. The Scuba Jet Pro uses an eco-friendly jet engine with impeller technology. With adapters, it can even power paddleboards, canoes, kayaks, and all kinds of water sports equipment. It's the most versatile scooter you'll ever own. Learn more and get the Scuba Jet Pro at ScubaJet.com. That's ScubaJet.com.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new Scuba Radio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 Scuba Radio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always, and I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New Scuba Radio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. That is the Scuba Cowboy. He will be live at Bugfest at the end of July. We did post some stuff up at ScubaRadio.com, so you could find all the information about the event right there at ScubaRadio.com, including a link to how to get your special rate at the host hotel, the Plunge Beach Hotel, the week of mini season. They got a great deal, $109 per night, which is a substantial discount.
Come for the mermaids, stay for pup.
There you go. And we'll be doing a radio show. We'll have lobster that we can go catch and eat some more.
Butter.
Hopefully. Yeah, it'll be. Yeah, we'll have butter. Hopefully, we got to get some butter.
Succulent.
So CJ and Bubble Boy are in the studio. Scuba Radio, Scuba Squad, connected via the web. We have Mermaid Kristen tapped out, and Pete from Scuba Board has tapped in, and he's talking into a big white fluffy thing.
Betty White.
It's called the snowball.
The snowball, of course it is. That's what we'll call it. It's big and fluffy though. Look at that thing. It's a very, you can see this on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch, and we apologize in advance
Must
for
be
it.
windy in his house.
The Easter Bunny tail.
It looks like he's speaking into cotton candy, doesn't it? But it adds to the ambiance. Yeah. So
it's my tribble.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Make a little Star Trek reference. See, even I'm that much of a nerd that I got that reference. How about that? All right. Well, we're talking about gators. We had a big incident in Tampa where a guy going after Megalodon shark teeth was chomped down on, we think, like a 10-foot gator. And it's pretty nutty and kind of creepy looking. What?
Incident. There was a worse incident back in the fall.
It was even worse than that. Well, Pete from Scuba Board would be the guy in the know, and he'll give us the lowdown on that. I mean, the thing is, I want to find out is if this affects your enthusiasm for wanting to do some of this dark water diving or black water diving. I hope not, but we'll find out. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
I always think scuba diving is quite terrifying. Snorkeling, I'm fine. I want to be on the top looking down. I want to be on the bottom looking up.
I'm gonna swim against the tide. Underwater, I'll be breathing by your side.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ and Bubble Boy are in the studio with me. Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. I'd be Barry the Bugger, Jerry the Diver Guy, Capital D Martini live from the Gomez Hilton. Vinny Two Tanks out on the left coast and rounding out the crew this time. Pete from Scuba Board in front of his big ball of cotton candy. So he's fully equipped. And you can see this on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, whatever. And we apologize in advance. Remember, we're a radio show and have the faces for it. That applies to everybody connected right now. Yes, Barry, would you like to illustrate that even more by speaking and or what?
Oh, thank you. No, I just wanted to correct a couple of things. The
What?
guy had a fractured skull from this alligator bite, and he was stapled back together, not sutured.
Okay, well, thanks for that. I don't know.
Even worse.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
That's true.
He looks like
That's
the
true.
main character from the Hellraiser movies, from the video I saw. I mean, he had so many stitches in his noggin. Looked like he had those nails popping out. you know?
Staples.
Well, okay. Staples, nails.
Frankengator.
Yeah. It
Hors
was,
d'oeuvres.
creepy is what it was. But, I saw that, and, we'd been talking about going to do this this dark water diving or black water diving, where you can hardly see the hand in front of your face.
black water, keep on rolling. Big old gator gonna chomp on down on me.
I like that. I remember that one from yeah.
Could be the next song.
So, but the thing is, would this keep you from doing that activity? I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to go find me some big-ass Megalodon shark teeth, but after seeing that, I don't know. I want to probably make sure, we're not diving during alligator mating season, which, it's springtime. And
Greg, you have to ask yourself a very important question. Is it worth risking your life just to bring back something that your wife and kids will go,
good point. There's that. But hey, you know what? You get a big enough one, that'll pay for your diving for a few years. You know that, right?
If you sell it.
Well, if you sell it. Have you ever sold one, Pete? I know you've got some big ones.
But I've given literally hundreds of shark's teeth away and a few megs.
Yeah. But you're just giving them away just for the sheer joy of
I'm
the way
on
you
the
get back.
National Committee for Fishing for the Boy Scouts, and I teach fly fishing.
Yeah.
So every time a boy learns how to cast or tie a fly or catches the fish, he gets a shark tooth.
Okay. Well, how about you give him a fish?
Well, he already got that.
Well, you just said he learned how to fly.
No,
thing.
how to tie a fly.
Oh, how to tie a fly.
Or cast
All
a
right.
fly. If you haven't done fly casting, there's tricks to it.
Okay.
And I feel like the shark's tooth is like the totem of the apex predator, so why not give it to him?
Well, that's why Pete is Pete. He has.
I like that. That's a great reward.
See, if I was Pete, this is why it wouldn't work for me. If I taught a Cub Scout or whatever to teach, to tie a fly, I was like, hey, that's awesome. That's perfect. Here's your reward, a real fly. I would give him a fly.
He already has
A
one.
fly for a fly. But
Makes no sense, Greg.
it's a fly.
And the first fly they learned to tie is called, I think we named it after my microphone here. It's
Yeah.
called the woolly bugger.
The woolly bugger. That's what you call it? Hey, you got yourself a good woolly bugger there.
Yep.
He said woolly booger, right?
Woolly bugger, they're called all sorts of things. But I want to correct something here about the alligators.
Yeah.
There was a much worse incident that happened in this last fall.
Okay, how worse could it be?
It was a dark
The
and stormy
entire
night.
Georgia
It's pretty damn bad.
football team was devoured by the gators.
What?
It was great.
Was
They
this a
get off their
movie or
butts.
was this real life stuff?
This is
Sports,
Florida
Greg.
Gators,
Dude,
man.
Oh, my
sports.
God.
Come on. Really?
Oh, really?
You should have
make-
knew that, Greg.
Ain't
Wait,
nothing greater than a gator.
I can't believe I fell for one of Pete's bad jokes.
You did.
I
Yeah.
sure did, didn't I?
Oh,
He
everybody
had me at
else
woolly
liked
booger.
it.
From Santa's sack to your ears.
Yeah. See? He got me with the woolly booger, and then he kind of slid that in there, and I wasn't expecting it. So,
But to really clarify things,
okay.
alligators are in every waterway in Florida that has any type of fresh water in it. Whether it's a lake, whether it's a river,
Right.
an estuary,
A spring,
all of them have
like,
gators.
well, CJ and Bubble
Spring.
Boy were diving in Blue Springs last week. And you guys, you say you did see a gator?
We
or
did
just,
not.
No, we
You
don't.
heard there were some around.
Well, they keep them out of the swimming area. They keep them further below. So if you go look in the water there, you will see gators on the surface and on the bottom. That's where they rest, especially when it's hot like it is right now.
Huh. Well, I actually, was it you, Pete, telling me this week when we were talking about this that you said you were down shark tooth diving with some guy and
On the Tomoka River, yes.
and he grabbed hold of a gator tail accidentally.
He thought it was a meg tooth, and he grabbed the tail.
It's sharp and angly.
That one's still alive.
I'm behind him. He's got these yaller split fins there. You know, you can see him in the murk there. And all of a
Wait,
sudden I
did
see-
you say yaller? Are you speaking Jerry the
Yaller.
Diver guy language there?
Well, this is beyond yellow. This
Y'all
is
are
whole
crazy.
new
Yeah.
thing. It's yaller. And I see these fins go up to the surface, and they're just bobbing up there. And I slowly ascend, and he's all freaked out. Where's the gator? You see it? You see it? I go, calm down. What did he saying? There's a gator. He says, I grabbed the tail. I grabbed the tail. I go, okay, dude, if you grab this tail, and he was sleeping on the bottom,
Yeah.
he's in the Atlantic by now.
Okay.
Okay.
But they can whip around and snap hold of you, I think, too, if
I
they
guess
wanted.
they could if they knew how big you were, but in that
They
water,
can whip around and snap hold of you.
Right.
they don't know if it's a bigger gator that's biting them. They get out of there.
Yeah. But
mean-
you don't expect your Megalodon shark tooth to move, is the point
No.
of that. And
I think we got a little murkier there when he pooped in his britches.
oh,
and
there, see? You know,
So
that
we had a punami.
that was the
boy.
tsunami.
Damn it.
That isn't necessary, really. But
Can we
regardless.
Can we get a moratorium on the word punami?
Yes, please, no more. That
No,
word has been
that's-
banned.
That has to go, Greg. I'm sorry.
Yes, that word has been banned. We're just
The
gonna
story was what, like 4 years ago?
we're just gonna use the word poop from here on out. So no more.
Poop it down
So
your
it's a punami?
windpipe.
No, just stop it. Stop it already. Anyway,
At least you guys give a crap.
hey,
As if we did.
the hits just keep on. Well, no, they aren't coming actually. Anyway,
It's like a
Rhymes with hits.
yeah. So, but it's not going to keep you out of the water. Neither one of those stories have kept you from going after shark teeth. That's the bottom line.
Oh no. And when I was a kid, and there weren't as many laws about harassing wildlife, we would swim under gators and use our regulators and hit the purge button and watch these guys who are nice asleep on the surface go flying.
Wait, hold on.
It
Wait,
was
wait,
great
wait.
fun.
That's like giving the
wait.
middle finger to Mother Nature. Isn't it?
Wait, you would take your octopus
Please bite me.
and blow bubbles up under a gator?
Well, actually, back then we didn't have octopuses. We only had single hoses, so we take it out of our mouth and hit the button and let him fly. It didn't matter how small or how big he was. They don't like bubbles on their tummy.
Interesting. Okay. So
They would
that's
just zoopity doo dah.
that's what Pete from Scuba Board used to do to entertain himself.
Yes.
Okay. So, but you never were concerned at all about the gators going, "Hey, what are you doing?" and swinging around and whacking you with their, tail or biting your arm or God knows what else.
Inquisitive, aggressive gator, and I just pushed him away, and he swam away. Once I started being aggressive, he got out of there. The only time that I really worry about gators is when they're 10 foot or longer, maybe 9 foot or longer. Then
So size matters.
Oh, definitely.
So what you're saying is the one that you pushed away was what, maybe 6 inches?
I don't think he's.
No, I've actually
that's
caught
funny.
those size, but he was probably like 6, 8, 7 foot. He's about my size, my length.
But the reason is because then they look at you differently, like, "Hey, maybe I can eat that thing."
Yeah, once you show any aggression, these guys are cowards, unlike the real Gator football team, and they'll go elsewhere.
Stop it.
Nobody. Come on, Pete.
Nobody.
Go
No one.
Gators!
There we go.
But as far as
Greg doesn't know, but we can play.
yeah, the size of the gator, though, if it was bigger, then what are you saying they would do?
Bite your ass.
They might latch on. Bull gators are able to make the water dance. I don't know if you've ever seen this. Do a search on YouTube. But the scoots, those are the pointy parts on the back of the gator.
Mm-hmm.
When they're especially in shallow water, they're swimming just under the surface, they can make a reverberation throughout their body, and the water just sits on top of itself. It's really cool.
What the hell is he talking about?
I've seen that on TV.
What?
Yeah.
You saw that on Discovery or something?
Yeah.
All right, explain it next. Stay close.
I can't.
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, no, Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Your heart is free. Have the courage to follow it.
Take a dive, take a dive, take a dive. I see you climbing high, I see you diving. Take a dive, take a dive, take a dive. I see you climbing high, I see you diving. Diving, dive smart, dive hard, dive hard. Diving, dive smart.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. That's a real toe tapper, isn't it?
I'm sorry?
The new Dive Heart theme song.
It is.
There's going to be a Dive Heart concert for Bugfest Friday night, I believe. It's going to be a fun time. Who knows? We might be hearing that song all over. You never know.
Yeah, who
knows? But it's a real toe tapper, isn't it? That's what the kids say.
They don't say that.
Yeah, they do.
No,
I think they do.
No, they say it slaps.
They say it what?
It slaps.
Doesn't slap anybody.
If they like it, they say that song slaps.
Wrong. They do not say that. You're just making stuff up.
No, I'm not.
Wrong. I'm telling you.
Kids.
Who does?
Thank you.
Okay, Vinny Two Tank says CJ has They're not teenage kids.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Yeah, they're way outdated now. They're too old for that.
20 is outdated?
Sorry.
Yeah. Come on, Vinny.
If 20 is outdated,
You
what
should
are
know
you?
everything about CJ's kids. How dare you? Anyway,
he's only off by like
I don't know anything about Boy Scouts. I'll say that.
2 weeks.
okay, but you like the song though, right, Vinny? You dug that Dive Heart song, didn't you?
Yeah, I remember last week the guy
Yeah.
said he put it together in the studio and it came out. Yeah.
So you like it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Vinny says it's top of the hit parade. I think that's what he said the kids are saying these days.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Is that the word of the day?
What's that?
Is that his word of the day? Hit parade.
Well, once again, that's 2. So, thanks, Barry. Thanks for nothing.
Hyphenated.
You think he'd be good at counting?
Exactly. He should be. He's supposed to be.
I didn't say I could spell.
Don't people pay you to do that?
Yeah.
Nah. That's the problem. I don't make any
Not
money.
anymore. Back in the day. Anyway. All right. So, look, gators are kind of, one of those things. I got to tell you, as a scuba diver, I'm probably a little bit more hesitant about gators than I am sharks.
Me too. I'm with you.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not afraid of alligators, but diving in dark water, like for these shark teeth things that we've been talking about a lot lately, when you can't see, just barely outside the view of your hand in front of your face.
Yeah, what's the point?
Well, I mean, you're trying to find Megalodon shark teeth. It's a lot of fun. But when you can't see, that fear of the unknown, that's what gets you. It's the same thing with a night dive. The first time you go night diving.
But you have a light, so you actually can see cool stuff.
Yeah, but you don't know that for your first night dive when you're sitting on the end of the boat getting ready to jump in and go, holy crap, what am I about to do?
You have a light?
Well, no, you have your light, but you don't know how light, it's going to become once everybody gets down there with their lights and you go, hey, wait, I can actually see a ton of stuff. But you had that experience the first time, didn't you?
Wrong.
Really?
Wrong.
I trained you so well you weren't nervous at all on your first
I was
night dive?
excited. Well,
okay. Well,
I
sold
was
it well.
spoiled. My first night dive was
Well, you had me as your instructor.
No,
Duh.
not that. We were on the Turks and Caicos. We were on Explore Ventures.
Right.
And that was my first night dive.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Yeah.
And we saw that octopus, and we did the what is it? The effervescence.
Yes.
No, that's not the effervescence. The technical term for that is
ginger ale.
Vinny Two Tanks. What's the word?
Sea lice.
Bioluminescence.
There's plenty of sea lice. We had to purge.
This has been a word with Vinny.
Purge the secondary to get rid of the sea lice.
Oh, golly. Yeah, the bioluminescence was what we were looking for, was the word we were looking for.
Circle gets the square.
Sea lice.
Well, sea lice light up a little bit.
Okay. They light up your groin. Oh, boy.
Greg, have you ever done the muck dive off of Key Largo in the grasses at dusk? They have these little glowworms that shoot up about 2-3 feet and then just drift down. They do it every night. It's really cool.
What? Blowworms? What are you talking about? Explain this a little better.
Listen, Greg, listen.
Well, that's the thing he used to sleep with when he was a child.
All right, explain this activity. You lost me, obviously.
The grasses in the Keys. You go into grasses that are. Slate did it for me. Slate brought me out there.
Yeah.
And we're in maybe 6 foot of water, and you just settle down there, and all of a sudden the first one goes off. It gets just dark enough. The first one goes off. It's almost like a Roman candle in slow motion.
But what is it?
That's so
what
cool.
kind
It's a
of
worm.
critters? It's a worm that just explodes.
Doesn't explode.
Like lightning
It
bugs.
glows.
It floats.
It's like a lightning bug, but it's subaquatic.
Kind of like those little worms you see that go into the sand and pop up, maybe.
And every now and then,
You
as
mean,
one is
the
drifting
garden
down,
eels?
you see a fish take it out. It's gone.
Okay, so it's a worm about how long?
Yeah, maybe they shouldn't give themselves
maybe
away with the
3/4
light.
of an inch.
Okay.
Well, that's how they procreate. That's how they attract mates.
Okay, so they
Always
stick
our
up,
downfall.
They're sticking up out of the sand in the seagrass there in the Keys, and they just kind of pop. And
They swim up, and then they float down.
then they float back down and settle back
Like
down.
I said, it's like a skyrocket, but in very slow motion.
Pete, you have to talk slow for Greg.
Yeah, you do. Much slower. Because this is something
Seemed
new
like
to
the
me.
third time around, all the way through, he was finally starting to catch on.
I could switch to Russian. If
He
you
had
want.
me at blowworms, but then I kind of got
glow.
Don't think blow and worm goes together. Though.
Well, it depends on who you're diving with, Jerry. So.
Well, it's true too.
All right, look, that's hour one. It can only get better, right? Look at it that way. So we're going to make that attempt next on the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Blowworms, got it.
They all love Scuba Radio. On the boat and down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to hour two of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ and Bubble Boy are in the studio with me.
You got 2 hours, not just one.
Well, it's a good thing because we're going to need it. I need to get brought up to speed on these blowworms that Pete from
Glow. G-L-O.
Yeah, blowworms, like I said. Got it.
They blow up.
They blow up, but they're called glowworms in about 6 feet of water, you say, in the sea grasses of the Florida Keys. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And someone said in the Bay Country, which they'll be there, but they're also anywhere there's grass on the ocean side or the bay side.
Ocean or bayside. Okay, doesn't matter.
In fact, I would suggest that people miss out a lot when they don't go take a snorkel out in the bay. You can see seahorses, which you will never see on the reef, all sorts of stuff. I've seen bull sharks out there.
But you do this at night, right? It'd be a night thing.
Well, if you're going to see the glowworms,
Yeah.
yes, but you can go during the day.
Okay.
Take a flag.
Good. Take a flag.
Those
all right.
glowworms don't hide in places they shouldn't. do they?
Uh-oh, he went deathly silent.
Pete, what do you say? Do
I'm
they?
about to sneeze.
Are they
I have never seen
Pete
a
is
glow
allergic
where
to
I-
it.
We'll wait.
I've never seen a glow where I shouldn't have seen a glow.
Okay. All right. So they're not attracted
Okay,
to
good.
warm places, like if you're diving in your board
like
shorts
a
in the
turtle
summer.
head.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's octopi. The octopus are attracted to warm spaces. I think that's where you're kind of reflecting back on that story.
No, I don't remember that story.
You don't remember that?
Nope.
You've seen this, right, Pete?
Seen what?
Well, the
I mean,
octopus.
yeah, sure, yes. Yes.
No, octopus are attracted to warm spaces, and I've been actually warned on night dives before.
Octopi.
Be careful, guys, if you're wearing board shorts. And
So,
we're going to see a
Greg-
lot of octopus on this dive. And
I have
they
to ask,
Scrotopus.
is one leg longer than the other?
excuse me.
Is one of your legs longer than the other? Because they've been pulling it. They've been yanking that puppy.
No, it's God's honest truth. You don't believe this story?
Yeah, no.
No, it's this actually happened in Cayman Brack.
They just like to find a hole to go to, Greg.
No, that is not true. They do a briefing. This was years ago, and I was diving in Cayman Brack, and we went out on the boat. And during the dive briefing, the dive master gave the story. He said, "Look, we're going to this site. They have a lot of octopus, which is awesome. You know, as divers, we love to see octopus." And they said, "You know, look, we got to tell this story because this actually happened last year, where one of the divers came out." And he was wearing board shorts because the water was nice and warm, bathwater diving. And the octopus were all over the reef, and one of them crawled up his leg and into his board shorts. And he got back up on the boat, freaking out, and they didn't know what was going on until he dropped his drawers. They whoa, and they had to help him get this animal.
Did it ink him? Did it get spooked and ink him?
They didn't explain.
Was he laughing?
No, he was freaking out. He thought he was going to lose his ability to have kids. And
I thought he'd be laughing from the 10 tickles.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, I don't know
Come on, Greg.
how attached the octopus was, but it was enough to freak the guy out.
All them suckers.
So, after
they
that,
only just met.
yeah, my
Good one,
octopus teacher. It was probably a precursor to that movie. But the thing is,
Academy Award winner.
yeah, but the reality is, after they had that incident, they had to give that in the briefing from then on out.
Well,
so this isn't some urban legend. This is the truth. This is a true thing that they
Did
had.
they have to pull it off of him?
I don't know. They didn't explain.
I think they jerked it off.
Oh,
hello.
Be careful.
Hello.
Okay. You should have seen that coming a mile away, Greg.
Yeah, but you got to understand though that this is something that they had to add to their briefing after the incident, and they kind of did it half joking, but it was the truth as well. So if you have
kind of like
guys,
ladies' night at the post time.
Well, if you're going to be diving in your board shorts, that little string you have on the end of your board shorts, tighten it up a little bit on the night dive. You don't want them, you don't want
to get a leg up.
Hey, yeah, well.
Hey-o!
But the guy said this was the most action he had on his entire vacation.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. Now you know,
Can't
Pete.
you feel the love
See, Pete told me about blowworms. I told him about the octopus attracted to warm spaces. Both nighttime diving activities. So, but I didn't know about the glowworms. I did not know about this.
Get Slate to take you out.
Well, maybe, yeah. Well, next time we go down to Isla Morada, we'll say, "Hey, where are these glowworms?" He'll say, "You mean the blowworms?"
If they were up your ass, you'd know.
That might be it.
But
I can see the headlines on this today when you post this on Facebook.
What?
Today's show includes blowworms and octopuses that like to stick their tentacles in warm places.
Looking for hour 2?
Okay, let me write that down. The thing though is, like, if you just sit on a dock in the evening, like after dinner in the Florida Keys, You'll see
over the bay.
Yeah, over the bay, you'll see all kinds of critters. I mean, I've done that and just watch shrimp, walking across the bottom, clear water and stuff. It's pretty cool to do. But
Scrump champy.
Yeah, shrimp on a barmy.
Scrumpus.
Yeah. And
I like to go out and see the Cassiopeias, the upside down jellyfish, and sometimes you'll get a horseshoe crab coming through.
Yeah, there's all kinds of cool critters.
Tampons.
Run up and down the beach and step on piss clams.
But the
Mr. Hanky.
But the glow worms,
Baby Root.
Are they they got the bloodworms that CJ and Bubble Boy remember seeing on the night dive.
I got that cleared up.
No.
I don't have that anymore.
Yeah,
He's got the Sting Master.
In the dead of summer in the Caribbean, you'll have issues with bloodworms, and they don't really do anything to you, I guess, but they're attracted to dive lights, and they can swarm, and they become quite a nuisance.
Yeah.
If you are
the ladder.
Yeah, trying to take a picture, and
it's like a cloud of gnats.
It is, but they look more like maggots.
Yeah.
I always turn off my light before I get on the ladder. Two things: stops the bugs from coming, and you don't blind the people trying to help you onto the boat.
Love that.
If you have that problem with the bloodworms or whichever things swarming the ladders, just hit your purge button.
That's what I do.
It'll clear them out.
Yeah, but the bloodworms.
That's a good tip from Jerry the Diver.
Gators
That's
too.
right.
It'll clear the gators out.
Well, evidently,
I'll tickle her fancy.
I'll just trust you on that one. I'm not going to test that theory by Pete about the gators. But the bloodworms, as far as I know, they can't really do nothing to you. They're just a nuisance, right? Do you know, Pete?
I do not know.
You don't.
I am not a physiologist.
I don't even know why they call them bloodworms. Is it because when the fish chomp down on them, there's a little puff of red, blue,
if you
gooey
see them
mess?
during the day, they have a red line going through them. It looks like a blood vessel.
Ah.
I don't think it is a blood vessel, but it's a red line. It looks like a blood vessel.
Okay. Yeah, but if you shine your light, they don't encourage you to do this. But if you shine it, like say on a brain coral or something on a night dive, the bloodworms will swarm, and then the coral polyps will eat them, and it's kind of cool to watch. But it's kind of like feeding fish with your flashlight. You shouldn't do that.
Feeding frenzy.
I bet the coral would enjoy it.
Well, the coral, they feast and stuff like that, but they don't encourage you doing that. But but the bloodworms are kind of good. I've been around on a night dive where that happened, and they do have a tendency to get up into your trousers and your wetsuit and stuff, or if you're wearing a loose, like skin or something.
And then later you go, God, I'm dying.
Say it again, Jerry. What?
As long as it's not a bristle worm, that will be fine.
Well, bristle worms they'll leave a mark.
I had a moon jelly swim up my trunks one time.
You had a jellyfish swim up your board shorts?
Yeah, I was towing a very young diver, not one of my students, but someone who needed to get back to the boat.
You need Sting Master.
He kept trying to look down into the water, slowing me down, and then one just went right up my shorts.
Like, hello. And he probably.
What was up your shorts? Give us a call.
We'll find out next.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Be an explorer in the other 2/3 of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out in the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
ScubaRadio. Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with ScubaRadio.
ScubaRadio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
ScubaRadio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hi, this is Jeff, the captain of the Turks and Caicos Explorer 2.
You are listening to Scuba Radio.
You are listening to Scuba Radio,
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Now here's the guy who I consider the hippopotamus of diving.
Oh, yeah, sure.
What?
Who told you to? Yeah.
No! He can't say. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Now here's the guy I consider.
Here's the guys I consider the hippopotamus of diving. You really gonna do that?
Oh my God! One more time.
Oh, shit.
Stop it. Here's the guy I consider the hippopotamus of diving.
Here's the guy that I consider the hippopotamus of diving, Greg the Dive Master.
Oh, that's too good. World's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Bubble Boy and CJ with us.
Hey kids, what's the craziest thing that's ever swam up your shorts or wetsuit? Phone lines are open. Give us a call.
888-88-SCUBA. That was pretty good. Yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about. We didn't plan that, but it just kind of evolved into that.
It wants to be talked about.
Just so we're clear, I've never had an octopus swim into my board shorts. I've had some bloodworms kind of get lodged into places, you know, because that is my typical outfit. I don't wear a wetsuit or skin generally, especially when I'm diving the bathwater tub, you know, temperature type diving.
Are you a
Barry,
warm water
okay?
West?
Yeah, Barry, do we need to perform the Heimlich? Did he just choke on a jellyfish? What is it?
After he mentioned not wearing anything, that was lunch.
All right, he was dreaming.
Well, clean that up. We'll give you a second.
Okay. Camel DiMartini, what say you?
I don't think Vinny's officially got his word of the day in for today.
Well, what do you think he actually has one? I guess
I think he might have one today.
Does it matter?
There's only one way to find out.
Come
And
clean,
now,
Vinny.
a word from Vinny Two Tanks.
Glow.
I didn't hear a word he said. What
Glow.
Glow, of course.
Hippopotamus.
Say glow.
This has
I
been
say
a
glow.
word from Vinny Two
Sounds
Tanks
like a song.
on Scuba Radio.
You say glowworm.
Okay.
I say
You know what,
glowworm.
Greg?
We made all that effort for that.
You know what? You can say what you want about this show, and God knows they have.
Yeah.
But you can't say it's not well produced.
Thank you. I think. There's that.
Cheers.
So what swam into your board, George? You're kind of like that kind of diver.
This isn't technically diving or swimming.
Well, it's sharing
there
your
was a
stories.
There was an
incident.
part of a mermaid.
Oh my God.
I know this.
Oh,
I can't say any more than
It was
that.
on the Weeki Wachee River.
I can't say any
in
more
late
than
2012.
really? You can't say any more than that?
It's a tale of woe.
Yeah.
Just a part of a mermaid swam up into an orifice.
You guys were both there.
Orifice.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. I'd blocked that out
Eyes
years
bugged
ago.
out of his head.
It was unexpected.
Yeah, that would be that's under the file. I think we filed that under mermaid, the mermaid incident.
Yeah, and I already regret bringing it up. So next,
you've heard of turtle heads poking up. This is a turtle head poking in.
It kind of goes back to the guy who stuck his thumb and pulled out a plum.
What a good boy am I.
Actually, Greg, I do have an actual real true story as well.
Oh, okay, Bubble Boy.
On my board shorts.
What swam up your board shorts on
over
a
in
dive?
Castleberry here, city near here, hanging out in my buddy's pool he has like one of those lagoons, one of those little swampy rivers next to his house.
Okay.
So I'm sitting in the pool, I'm wearing my black board shorts, and I see one of the loops in the thing. I'm it's kind of sticking up. I went to tie it down, and the loop's head popped up. It was a baby water moccasin.
Wow.
Yeah. And I threw it out of the pool as fast as I could. I about had a heart attack.
He ran out screaming, "Suck out the venom! Suck out the venom!"
And your friend said, "No, sorry, you're gonna die.
You're gonna die."
And then I died.
So we have the ghost of Bubble Boy.
He's a survivor.
You're a survivor. Mr. Manure.
Yeah.
Greg, on further thought.
Yeah.
That moon jelly.
Right.
Should I call that a jelly shot?
I don't know. How'd you feel afterwards?
Like I was shot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Without getting gross about it. So this jellyfish kind of made its way up your board shorts?
Oh, yeah.
To the front or back? Or a little bit of both?
To the front inner thigh.
Ow. That's going to hurt.
That really tender area.
Yeah. And you were like, holy crap, what had just happened? Did you know immediately?
I gave a French language lesson right
No-
there on the spot.
No love songs for me for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure Greg will remember our dive off Freeport, again, Explore Ventures.
Yeah.
And the dive master, Elisa, and she had a remora give her a kiss on the inner thigh.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
This.
She actually let it do it. I'm like, you're crazy. Things have parasites.
Well, how would you know? Maybe it was.
He's what we call a reader.
That story is best left unsaid.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that,
You don't
but I
remember
don't
that?
deny it. Yeah.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah, okay. See, a lot of these incidents I just block out.
You black out.
You block out too
A little
much,
bit of
Greg.
both. A little bit of both.
Too much.
I've
A
seen
man with no
remoras.
past.
Remoras, like, kind of attack some of our mermaids' hair before. Like,
Now-
they were attracted to, and they'd start coming in on a safety stop and start nipping at them.
Yeah.
Their hair for some reason.
Or like the dolphin that was
Stinky?
was really interested in Abby.
The dolphin?
Yeah.
Or you mean the grouper?
Was it a grouper?
Yeah. No, it was a
I thought it was. I thought it was the
shark.
dolphin.
No, there was a grouper.
There was a
that
dolphin one time.
Went
God,
after
our
mer-
memories are shot. We're old.
Tell us what you can't remember. Call 188 Scuba.
Does anyone have a diaper I could borrow?
No, that was a grouper.
Prevagen.
That was
Prevagen for memory.
It's got jellyfish in it.
Oscar the Groper was the video clip that you're referring to.
No,
Loretta.
on one of the. I think it was the same Turks dive.
Yeah.
That's
Turks
Loretta,
Cape
the groper.
And the dolphin we saw that buzzed us and came over and said hello.
Yeah.
Abby and
Denise or
possibly, yeah, were the last to come up, and they were just chilling out, and the dolphin would not leave them alone.
Well, dolphins are very amorous, so they probably,
It's true.
realized, hey, these are two mermaids. It's time to make a move. Everyone else
But
is
that's
out
what
of
I'm
the
talking
water.
about. I don't think it was a grouper.
Well, yeah, I thought you were talking about Oscar the Groper.
No.
It was
It's the incident.
dolphin the groper.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, but they never touched the dolphin or anything, did they? That's a
don't
euphemism
think
for,
Don't flog the dolphin.
Oh, God. Oh, God, help us. More coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of ScubaRadio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures ScubaRadio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than ScubaRadio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
People, let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Wow, we've taken a strange turn on the show today. I gotta say, the strangest thing that has swam up your board shorts while diving, and I go to the Aqua Gypsy Brittany just in the nick of time. But do you wear board shorts sometimes just to kind of fit in? Is that true, Brittany, or no?
I do. So I wear board shorts when I'm diving because I don't want people like Barry check me out.
What do you mean, people like Barry?
So you just want to make sure.
Barry too.
Accountants?
What do you mean, you people?
Barry has not swam up your board shorts while diving.
First of all, I haven't been on a dive with Brittany, so I don't know what she's talking about.
No.
And you never will.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Right. Have you ever had an incident like that, though, Brittany? This is kind of this is more of a guy thing, I think. But I don't know.
It's definitely a guy thing. But, you know, I have heard of some issues when people do their 100th dive.
As far as diving naked?
Particularly guys.
Oh, you mean when they dove naked and then they had an unfortunate encounter possibly while they were doing such festivity?
Sea snake.
Right. So let's talk about this. So on the 100th dive,
yeah,
it's tradition
right
to dive naked.
Good thing I don't count.
I've heard this, yes.
And I have heard of some issues when males go diving on their 100th dive.
Yeah, because turtles like hot dogs.
Barracudas.
Oh, barracudas. Barracudas.
Coral is spawning.
Problem solved.
What about mermaids?
Hey, I don't know.
Depends.
I think that was just your corrective lenses.
Yeah, that's probably true.
She's not a mermaid. Why are you asking her?
Exactly. She's an aqua gypsy. She doesn't deal in such shenanigans. But regardless, yeah. I mean, yeah, that is an issue. Have you done your 100th dive, CJ?
I don't know, but I don't count.
I don't count
have no
either.
idea.
Yeah. And God knows everyone listening right now and watching on Facebook and YouTube are thinking, oh, please, God, say there's no video of any such activities of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. I'm right there with you. Trust me.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Chain up the doors and light the ceiling on fire. It's time for Shark Party.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. You'd think sharks would be something most people would be talking about, being a little bit more concerned with, but no, it's all the other little critters that can swim up your board shorts, that can create issues or at least create a pretty awesome story that you can share with your diving friends in the future. That's kind of what we're reflecting on today. Not by design, it just kind of evolved that way. I don't even know how it started. Do you remember, CJ?
No.
Bubble Boy, anything?
Yeah, CJ, why don't you come over? I got
You had your leg pulled. You had your leg pulled.
Oh, about the octopus. That's right.
It started with the octopus.
Pete still doesn't
Pete's a
believe me.
non-believer.
He doesn't believe me. You probably don't believe you've been diving with aliens and UFOs either over the last, God knows, 70 years.
I do remember a dive in the Philippines.
Yeah.
When my dive buddy was getting real close to taking a picture of the sea star, and a sea snake, sea kite, whatever you want to call it, swims right in front of her mask. Now, she was wearing a wetsuit, so it couldn't go up anything, but I've never seen anyone throw a camera that far into water before.
Aha. What, throw it at the sea snake?
No, it was the sea snake was between her and the camera. It
got
was
right up in there.
You know, they don't care. They'll
Maybe
swim
it was
right
an
around
octopus
you.
disguised as a sea snake.
No.
There you go.
It was the Philippines.
Not
That's
with
what they
those
do.
stripes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, the octopus down there are tiny and blue with rings.
Yeah, those are dangerous ones, right? Yeah, the blue ring octopus.
Size of your thumb.
Yeah, if they get
Play
a
with
hold of
those.
you. I don't know. Do they got to
Never
bite
heard of
you? Is that what it is? The blue
They
ring?
do have to bite you if they're going to kill you, yes.
Okay. Well.
And usually if someone picks them up, oh, what a pretty little octopus.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to find one of those in your nether
Deadly
regions.
mistake.
Greg calls them the
Swimming
blue
up
meanies.
swimming up into your board shorts. That would be a bad encounter.
If they amputate right away, would you live?
Amputate. Why?
Are you asking me? I don't know.
No, it's probably one of those things where the venom, you got to suck it out. And, of course, that means the person who
Certain
gets
death.
bit is going to die.
The person who sucks it out
If
is
it's a male buddy team, I'm going to assume that.
I
for most
think
folks.
it's like within minutes. I mean, 4 or 5 minutes of a bite from a blue ring octo.
Yeah.
That you're done for.
Well,
So where do you find these octopus?
The Pacific.
Okay,
I
we'll
saw
stay
them
in the Atlantic.
I saw them in the Philippines. Someone I think saw when we were in Fiji, but I never saw it.
Are they blue with a white ring or white with a blue ring?
They're white. Well, it's not even white. It's like a gray.
But there's a blue ring.
With blue rings.
Yeah.
Fake blue rings around them.
Right. You get warned
those
about
dirty
them,
rings.
Quite a bit when you're diving that part of the world. Be on
And
the
you
lookout
have to
for 'em.
screw with them because they're only the size of your thumb. And when you find them when you're muck diving. So you're in the muck, you're looking for the little cuttlefish, flamboyant cuttlefish and things like that. And then all of a sudden you'll see it, you'll focus in on it, but yeah, just don't touch it. You'll be fine.
Okay. There you go. Shouldn't be touching much
Tip
stuff.
of the day.
Don't touch the stuff.
Leave the
That's
stuff
a life
alone.
lesson, actually.
It really is.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Uh-huh. So, but the thing is, like that Octopus Teacher movie, there's another video clip that was went viral this week about 2 octopus getting their freak on. And it said that the guy went down on a dive and saw these 2 octopus entangled in a lovemaking session and were, turning around and doing their thing. What it is octopus
Time
do,
is out.
evidently.
You know what? I give them their privacy.
Well, he did. He watched them for a little bit, being, a typical diving voyeur, and said, "Okay, I've seen enough. I'll go back to the dive
I'd be
boat."
like, "Oh, sorry, my bad."
And he goes back and
This never happened.
Does his surface interval. Goes, gets ready for dive number 2. About an hour later, goes back down. They're still going at it, and he films them again. And at this point, finally, they break it off. The male octopus slaps the female octopus on the head or something, and then she swims away. And he filmed the whole thing.
To the moon.
So, why You know, I don't. But the thing is like they were
How do you
saying.
know which one was female and which one was male?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
They just said that, but they said that the octopus their lovemaking sessions go on for hours. Nobody believes me. This is in the story. It's like, wouldn't you like to be like an octopus? I guess
This
is
is
my
the
point.
research he does all week.
That kind of goes along with the story with.
So again, which leg is longer?
Well, I know. Look, I read it on the internet. It has to be true. I watched it.
Everything on
it's
the
a
internet
video.
is true.
It's a video. I mean, they can only doctor so much. I mean, you see two octopus, entangled in a, love embrace. And
The
then,
real question is, how long did Greg stay watching this?
well, I had to watch the whole video. That's just,
Greg's a fish voyeur. Over again.
He did watch the whole movie of the octopus. I'm in love with the octopus.
Are you saying that I should feel dirty after I did such
A little. I mean, I
research?
should feel skanky.
Is this octoporn?
Oh.
That was terrible.
Greg, what's your favorite Beatles song? Octopus's Garden.
Don't get it.
Under the sea.
So, okay, what are you saying? There's something wrong with that because I'm observing nature, Brittany? Is that what you're trying to point out?
I might take a shower after because I might feel a little
I think
dirty.
what she's saying, Greg, is there's something wrong with you.
Greg, you did have a family of sea monkeys at one time.
Oh,
You boy. did.
Do you think the aliens watch
And
us?
flushed them.
Greg, just because you have a monkey heart doesn't mean you're one with nature.
He's got a monkey brain.
I think we have a common bond. I think we do now because of
monkey
that.
bread.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, look, the octopus could have swam away from the guy, but they stayed there. So they obviously were, exhibitionists
How do you
in their
swim away
lovemaking.
when you're entwined like that?
Oh,
How do you swim
they
away?
would roll away, I guess. I don't know. Octopus are pretty creative. They could have done
The
a
guy
lot of
just
different
follows
things.
them.
Roll away.
Yeah. So.
Stalking the poor octopi.
Leave him alone.
Stalkers.
Anyway.
Octostalker.
Yeah, I mean, if you were videotaping and you saw two octopus, getting their freak on, I think you'd videotape it. Wouldn't
No,
you,
you're
Pete?
probably right.
You don't know
Yeah,
what
yes,
I
I
do.
would.
You don't know me.
You don't know what I got.
And we rejoice in that.
Yeah. I mean, and then at what point would you stop and go, okay, this is feeling uncomfortable? Would you have that thought go through your head?
Ha!
What?
I don't shoot video underwater.
I would be there to the bitter end.
I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna lie. I saw blue tang. I believe I was in Fiji years ago, and I was videotaping blue tang. Like Dory, right?
That puntang?
Quiet.
Thank you.
And how
Not
they
to put too fine a point on it.
how they
So
do
no
their
Tang show.
they buddy up. Two of these blue fish buddy up, and they rush up against each other, and they shoot to the surface in this lovemaking dance that they do. They told us, and sure enough, I saw some doing it, and I'm start videotaping it, and then I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, cool, I got it, and then I'm thinking, this feels weird.
Yeah, it should.
Greg, that would be called a tango.
Feel the love tonight.
So, yeah, but there was that threshold I reached that, okay, I got enough video. I don't think I need to get every single
So there
frame.
is a line somewhere.
Yeah.
Greg, you need a license for that.
No, that is not true. Anything goes in Fiji. They're a free-loving nation.
Do you get paid for that?
Depends on the clientele that you're catering to, Jerry.
Depends on what website you upload
As long
it
as
to.
you're getting paid for it.
Greg's gonna start a fans-only account.
Fish only.
A thirst trap, right?
Maybe.
Underwater fish only.
Tell you what, fish porn, big money in that industry, isn't it?
I don't know.
Could
man.
be.
I don't know what kind of
We'll find out.
freak you
What kind
are.
of sick individual would
What
pay
kind
for that
of
crap?
freak are you?
Just
It's
for the
worth at least
record,
a
that
fin.
octopus porn I watched didn't pay a cent. Totally free.
What kind of freak are you? Give us a call.
He said fish porn.
Scuba.
Anyway, I think.
All right. On a lighter note,
yeah,
I
what do you got?
certified some students today.
You did.
Great.
Yeah, if you can see Brittany the Aqua Gypsy on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, you can see she's looks like you're in your Your dive cave.
I am.
All your gear is behind you. That's impressive. That's a lot of stuff. So where are you?
I'm on Marco Island. I had 8 students today.
Hello.
So that is are you in your dive cave or what is this?
Yeah, this is my garage.
Oh, your garage. Okay, your dive garage. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just got back from teaching a couple students.
Look how neat and clean it is.
Very organized. Kind of like the Scuba Radio studio. Bubble Boy. What are you laughing at, Bubble Boy? It's very organized here. I know where every piece of junk is right now.
Okay.
He doesn't believe me. More coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new Scuba Radio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 Scuba Radio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always, and I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New Scuba Radio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Jackie and Peter are fun. They go to concerts. They are both getting their scuba licenses.
Don't like scuba people. I'm a dry land guy.
I know how you feel about fish people.
No, fish people are the worst, okay?
Scuba, scuba.
I think you should give it to me.
Scuba, scuba.
What?
Scuba boy, won't you take me there too?
You know, baby.
Scuba boy, won't you take me there too?
That was a party.
Scuba boy, won't you take me there too?
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
I would agree. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, CJ and Bubble Boy in the studio with me. Scuba Radio, Scuba Squad connected via the web. Barry the Bugger, Jerry the Diver Guy, Camaldi Martini, Vinny Two Tanks, Pete from Scuba Board, and the Aqua Gypsy Brittany with us, fresh from certifying some new students, I guess, today. Is that right, Brittany? Is that what you just did?
Yeah, we did a confined water session today.
All right. How'd they do? Nothing swam up their shorts, right?
Nothing.
Not in the pool. That's good.
Well, you know, the pool, you got to worry about the baby roots.
True.
Hello.
This is true.
Wow. That wouldn't be an issue of them swimming up into their shorts, though. I think it would be the other way around.
Out.
Yes.
Merry pranksters.
Mm-hmm. So
pranksters all.
was this was their first confined water or second or what?
It was, yeah, and they did a great job. They did a really, really good job. There wasn't really that many issues, and actually it went so quickly. I think we completed the whole thing in like 4 hours, which
That's
is,
not bad.
nothing's timed. It's taken me 8 hours one time. It's taken me
Yeah.
4
So you had to
hours.
do. We're talking about how many students?
8 students.
Wow, full class, and so you had them doing like their 10-minute dead man float type thing and laps at the pool and that kind of stuff, or what?
Yeah, they weren't that happy about the 10-minute float or the laps, but
You say you did do them, or what?
She said they weren't that happy about them.
Why? Well,
Listen,
that's
Greg,
that's the first thing you have to do.
The hardest
Greg,
part.
there's a
That's
volume
fun.
knob on your headphones over there.
Huh?
Turn that up.
Huh? What'd you say, Sonny?
I don't know.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's the number one thing that people hate doing, and I just blame Patty for it, so I'm okay with it.
Okay, and I'm sure she
No patty
appreciates
bashing.
that. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I always thought that was the kind of a fun part of the training. Didn't you see, James? James, you guys remember that?
Oh, I remember it
experience?
fondly.
Excuse me. What did?
Well, we did our training with a couple of Brazilian
Are
bikini
you still
models,
brown nosing?
Oh boy. No, but he, you know,
yeah.
They're dive
We're
buddies.
floating in the pool. Our dive buddies.
They had a couple models that were their dive buddies for their training session, and they didn't speak good English. So when we prepared for the class, I told them, you know, hey, come prepared. We're going to dive. You're going to wear a wetsuit and that kind of thing. And one of them goes, Greg, you know, what do you wear under the wetsuit? And I said, I don't care. You don't have to wear nothing for all I, you know.
Oh, no.
It's none of my business.
And that's exactly what she wore.
Yeah. So she came and I said, it's time to, you know, do the swim. And I was like, you know, get into your swimsuit. And she looked at me and said, Greg, I don't have my bathing suit. I'm like, what do you mean? You said I don't have to wear anything under my wetsuit. Can I wear...
Well, 100th dive, we count backwards.
So I gave her mine.
Yes, Bubble Boy gave her his board shorts, right?
Yes,
that were
I get
about 4 sizes too big.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have a grouper could have swam up into those things. You hear what I'm saying? They were
What are you
massive.
doing with that fabric? We're fumigating the building next door.
Yeah.
Talk about a drag.
So you didn't have any incidents like that today during your class, right, Brittany? I'm just checking.
Everyone was, for the most part, fully clothed.
Okay. Well, there's that. Camel DiMartini, what do you think, Walt?
The scuba jet almost blew her board shorts off.
Whoa, hey now.
Good point.
But that wasn't during any kind of teaching session.
Solid point.
Yeah.
That was
the
more,
scuba jet definitely almost did. It did, actually.
has a lot of power.
There was a full moon that day.
It's more of like a crescent.
Very.
A full moon.
Yeah, just
Whatever
put
that
it.
would be. A full sun, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't any training going on that day. It was more of an
Black hole
exhibition.
sun.
But
And I never complained about the lap dances.
hey, whoa, hey, what's going on? Yeah, anything can happen at the Gomez. Open.
Allegedly.
But, yes, but it was all good. And
We didn't
but
know until the raw footage came out.
right. Well, that's yeah. Yeah, you didn't notice it at the time.
Raw.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's a whole nother issue. Yeah,
Thank
the
you for
scuba
keeping
jets.
us abreast.
Hey,
of the
hey,
situation.
there was none of that. Stop it. It's
Brittany,
inappropriate.
can I ask a question?
No.
No.
I want to. Anyhow.
No.
How many students can you teach at one time?
8.
8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the maximum. I
Yeah,
wasn't
for
sure.
Patty dive instructors. Yeah,
Technically, I had 6 students and 2 refreshers, but I just do the refreshers with the students because it's so much easier. I don't have to
right.
waste more time.
Well, next
explaining.
time when you do your first class in confined water class like that, tell them that, you know, they don't need to bring their bathing suit with them. And then, you know, it turns into a whole thing. You might have stories to tell for years. You hear what I'm saying, Brittany?
Well, Greg, you have the Brazilian swimsuit model, so that's on your end. My
Yeah.
end, I would need like an Aquaman kind of guy to say that.
like Barry, you mean? Like
She did say Aquaman, not
I
Big
will
12.
continue to. Oh, look!
Wow!
who's
Whoa! He takes his shot. He took his shot. No, he did.
Man.
Oh,
He
yes, I
scored.
did.
All right. The war's begun again.
Wow.
I always
Wounded
tell people
manatee.
when you're built like a manatee, you get to dive like one.
Okay. All right. Well, there's that.
Speaking of manatee, there.
I'm going back to mute.
What's your relationships with the manatees right now?
Who?
They're
oh,
delicious.
No, you don't. You don't go there. Not with Pete from Scuba Board, you don't. Not when I only got about 3 minutes left. We just turn that microphone right off is what we do right there. That's how we roll. All right, well, look.
Good call.
That
Good
was
call,
a good
my
time.
friend.
Good time. Lots of great stories and things that we'll forget by next week. So until then, remember, it's always better. Where, gang?
Buy an alligator.
Yeah. Okay. Safe diving, everyone.
On the boat or down below if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio.
This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters?
Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, you know, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.